Hello, it is 66 degrees out here today, and I'm at it early this morning. I made the decision to get back out here with the Puma MagMax. Here it is from the side, here it is from the other side. Keen observers will see that I am wearing the exact same thing as I did yesterday because I have not showered yet. And that means that I'm one of those barbarians that sleep in his clothes. Yeah, I don't believe in pajamas. It's just a waste of an outfit. It's just like an extra step. I don't need that extra step. I'll just sleep in what I have. I can sleep anywhere, guys. I could literally sleep in these bushes over here. Now today, I'm rocking a different earbud. I had been trying the CMF Pros, Pro 2s I think they were, and they sound fantastic. In fact, I actually prefer the audio quality and phone call quality over the AirPods and stuff, but from Apple. But the ear tips were awful. They are this high gloss material, and so I've ordered some replacements, but and we'll see how if that'll work any better. But on my runs, they were falling out like literally every 10 seconds. I could not keep them in the ear, so we'll just kind of see how it'll work. But these guys, I thought I would try them in the meantime. I've kind of had them in a dresser drawer. I picked them up from Walmart in the clearance aisle from it's a brand called On, the ONN brand. It's sold there at Walmart. I've had like good luck with their products in the past, but anyway, I picked these things up for $6. Wireless Bluetooth earbuds for $6. Insane. So of course they play off of the original AirPod design, and they do feel cheap. The case, though, while it's around the same dimensions for the most part as the originals from Apple, it's a textured case, which I find to be really nice, but it still does feel cheap. Now the sound quality is actually quite impressive. Now I mean impressive for the price. It doesn't really compare to really any of the other earbuds from an audio standpoint that I have, but I'm a big stickler on sound and sound quality, so like these will get the job done though. Because they're ripping off the original Apple design, they actually fit, similarly to an Apple product, and which is I've always found to be a pretty decent fit. I'd have to be doing something pretty crazy for it to start falling out of my ear. But I think if someone would decrease their expectation of having crisp highs and really well-defined lows in their audio, these are fine. I'm hearing a decent balance between all of the different frequencies. It's not coming out sounding like mush, fortunately. So for $6 on clearance, I mean, I can't complain. These things are really nice. And for right now, what I'm using it for is a metronome. It's clicking at 116 beats per minute. And for that purpose, I don't really need it to sound fantastic anyway. But I have listened to audio through them, and they sound rather nice for the price. As a musician myself and a music educator who's also worked within the recording profession and sound design and music production, all of it, I have an absolute requirement for my speakers not to sound like dog doo-doo. I don't describe myself as an audiophile. There are some people that can hear the nuances between, say, a waveform, uncompressed, and a MP3, but I'm not one of those people. But when I'm listening to a speaker, even the slightest amount of distortion on any frequency band just pisses me off. I can't handle it. So with that said, again, I'm rather impressed with these earbuds from an audio standpoint for the price. Now on the box, it says that it includes environmental noise cancellation. Well, that to me kind of signifies that if you have noise cancellation built in, that there would be something of an active process going on. Whereas the microphones would be listening and trying to cancel out the frequencies that it's hearing from the environment. Now with most earbuds, that's something that you can turn on or turn off as a feature. And in this case, there's no such thing. It's just straight out of the box. Open them up, pair them up. That's it. There's no supportive app or anything like that. It's just bare bones configuration, you know. Now, as a standard audio feature, these things aren't canceling out anything. But still, for $6, I can't complain. Now, why would they put that on the box? And how could they legally put that on the box? I'm really unsure. However, it might be that it's only active during phone calls, and I've never taken a phone call with these, and I don't really know if I want to. We'll see, but hey man, $6, not complaining at all. And they fit so much better than the CMFs, so much better. Now, just because I'm on a weight loss journey doesn't mean I don't love good food. I'm not on Facebook or social media much anymore. Everything became too toxic. I became too toxic, and watching other people live their lives go by, you know, if you're not out there doing some stuff for yourself, you're going to just feel depressed. So you need to get out there and do it. And I encourage every single one of you that might be hearing this message here and now, go live your life. Do it. You don't need to be watching me. Honestly, I'm putting it out there. But, you know, don't be isolated to the couch like I was for so long. Just get out there and do it. I might be the first YouTube content creator telling you not to watch me. It is what it is. You know, in reality, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you come back to visit every now and then. I just hope that life doesn't pass you by from watching everybody else live their lives. Now, personally, I do watch YouTube, but I find it such a better place because I can find a focused point of information, draw inspiration from others. So if my fat butt can somehow in some way help inspire somebody along the lines to maybe do the same thing, then what I'm doing would be worth it eventually, you know. So anyway, getting back to the food, I was watching some reels on YouTube, came across this one, Hutchins barbecue, and this Texas Twinkie that they have. And I watched them make this thing, and it was like, oh my God, I have to have that in my life. Now, I do plan on going down there and getting one for myself, making the drive down to Texas one day to give it a shot. But in the meantime, I had to kind of make my own version here at the house. So I found the largest and straightest jalapenos I could find. I cored them out, filled them with cream cheese. And as far as the brisket, I'm not taking all that time to smoke the brisket like they would in the restaurant. Aldi sells a decent, flavorful little microwave brisket. You put it in the microwave for like 3 minutes. And so I went with that. Chopped it up, put it in the pepper. I covered the cap back up with the pepper, wrapped it in thick slab bacon, and then covered those in a rub. Now, I have a little mini propane smoker. It's by what is it? It's like Master Built, I think it is, by John, is it Macklemore something? I can't remember, but I love that little thing. And I was able to get all of the peppers on there, smoked them for about 2 hours. And in the restaurant, I've seen a video that showed that they smoked them for 3, but 2 was perfectly fine and got all of the flavor locked in that I wanted. The bark looked good on the bacon. So then at that point, I just slapped them on the grill to get a little bit of a char and then covered them in a glaze. It turned out awesome, and the glaze was awesome. I asked AI to give me a recipe for a nice glaze, and it came up with, you know, like a freaking 15 ingredient thing. So I said something a lot less involved, and it spit out, told me to put in like a cup of barbecue sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and just mix that up. And honestly, guys, I didn't overthink it. I had like 2 packages of White Castle barbecue sauce. I had like 3 packages, those little dipping sizes of McDonald's tangy barbecue sauce, and put that in there. And then the rest was like Sweet Baby Ray's. Then like the 2 tablespoons of honey, then a thing of apple cider vinegar, mix that all up, whisk it, and man, it was delicious. Now, I knew a mixture like that could be risky, because you know, you don't know how those flavors are going to combine if you've never done it. And so I decided to go with a very light brush on each of the peppers. I didn't like heavy heavy coat them or anything. It was just a super light brush, and it was a perfect touch. It was just really, really good. Now, I don't cook like that all the time, but when I do, I'm winning. So Hutchins Barbecue in Texas, thank you so much for the inspiration. And I do plan on coming down and giving yours a try, because I know I get the feeling it will be about 1,000 times more amazing. I'm all the way up in Kentucky, so it'll be a while, but I'll eventually make my way there. I know it's hard to lose weight with all of that talk of delicious food going on, but in my opinion, you always have to have balance. It's good to have stuff like that in life. So this week though, I am going to be back on track, and I've got a better nutrition plan. It's revised, and I know it will be more successful. Now, I do have a weigh-in coming up on Thursday, and by that point in time, it probably won't have the results that I want, but I know that if I stay on the track, I should see good results by the following weekend, by the following Thursday. I know for me though, I'm probably going to have a lot of leftover weight because of the weekend. I didn't go light, and like last night, I ate an entire T-bone steak by myself. So yeah, I just treated myself because I was feeling really, really down, and it was important to get those spirits lifted back up. So now back to the grind. In closing, in today's video, I want to just give one more shout out to these shoes. I do love them. They are so comfortable, but not from a, oh God, it feels so pillowy, not from that context. And they do claim to be really bouncy, and I don't really find that to be necessarily like one of their standout features. Yeah, there's a little bit of bounce, but for me, it's a feeling of max stack support. That is more what I'm feeling. It's just support, but it's comfortable support. And even though it's bigger, it doesn't feel heavier. And it feels like it propels you forward because of the shoe's geometry. Excellent grip. I think they look really nice too. So just from all standpoints, really, really loving this shoe from Puma. And I know that it's somewhat of an older shoe, but it's new to me, and I don't know, I'm a big fan now. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'll jump off of here. Hopefully I'll be out tomorrow. Y'all take it easy. Later.